Hello traders, FXPIPCOLLECTOR here. Today is Friday, so TGIF, and it is September 8th. So welcome to today's live stream. Thanks for coming. Happy to see everybody. As always, definitely make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It makes a huge difference for YouTube's algorithm to push me out to new people. So anyways, let's start off. We really don't have any actual dollar news today. But we do, well, we had Canadian news earlier, but we don't really have any more dollar news, so I am definitely just open to look at pretty much whatever. We're going to start off by looking at the dollar pairs as usual, probably switch over to the yen pairs, most likely take a look at gold, and a few other things. So, anyways, let's get started right away. Let's see, I just want to make sure, yeah, my sound's working. So everybody can hear me, everything good? So anyways, let's get started. So as everybody probably already knows, I'm sure everybody's seen most of my, at least a couple of my dollar videos or some of my live streams, because I still believe this is an ABC correction. I still think this right here is possibly the end of a wave C. I still think this is most likely a wave 1. I believe this is like an ABC of 2, and I still believe that we're going to end up going down for a wave 3. So let's head down to the weekly time frame and switch back to the dollar index. I do trust this one much more. So on the dollar index, I still am a big believer that this first push down is a wave 1. I actually still believe this is an ABCDE, and yes, I know that's not a traditional ABCDE, but that's definitely how I was taught to do it. And going up to the 50 or the 61.8, I think is the most likely place for this to end an ABCDE of 2 before we end up going down for a big old wave 3. So let's take it down to the daily time frame. Hey Robin, hey Hafiz, hey Mara, how's everybody doing? Thanks for coming. So on the daily time frame, I mean, is where you can really start to see these high lows, high low, high low, high low, high. Definitely no break of structure, and you will notice this is one of the best time frames to watch the dollar on as of now, because this is probably eventually going to be the time frame that gives us the break of structure, which will most likely prove that this whole uptrend is over. Probably going to be the end of a big correction too, so a pretty big deal if we can get in at that. So the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we have been making higher highs the whole way up. There's still no break of structure, and I know that a lot of people, including myself, think there is probably a pretty good chance this is going to go down, and it probably will end up breaking structure. But for me personally, with my own trading, I do not counter trend trade really hardly at all until I see a break of structure. If I see a break of structure, then that will convince me to stop being a buyer and start being a seller in the market. At least in the dollar market. So heading down to the 1-hour time frame, I still think this looks like an ABC correction, but at this point it's pretty obvious that this move up is probably a correction because of how corrective it looks and how impulsive this move down is looking. So at this point I'm actually seeing this a little bit of a different way, so let's kind of change this. I mean, yeah, on the 2-hour time frame is really where it's clear, and it really still looks to me like an ABC correction. But the fact, if this was the end of an ABC correction, this would be trending up. It's not really trending right now, so I mean, it probably is going to end up trying to drift down. We'll have to see how it turns out. I'm still inclined to believe that it's more likely to just keep going up, and we could be in like a wave 2 right now, but we'll have to see. It really does have a lot of things going for it to have a push to the downside, so we'll see what happens. It definitely does, you know, have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shape to it, and on the higher time frames we have not had a proper correction in a while, but that definitely does not tell me it's going down. I personally am not counter trend trading until I see a break of structure, so that's on my own personal preference. So anyways, head down to the euro dollar. And let's head up to the daily time frame and we'll start there. So on the daily time frame, we are at a Fibonacci level, as you can see. We kind of pushed past it a little bit, even closed below it. I think there is a pretty good chance that this trend is not over. Maybe it is time for a pullback, but I still believe that the trend is down, and I still believe it's going to go down to one of these lower Fibonacci levels before we really do have the end of this move down. So going down to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame for me, just like the US dollar index, the last swing is going to be the indication that I can start looking for longs, unless it rejects structure, which is actually an indication I should go short again. It already looked like an end of an ABC on the 1 hour, but the fact that the move down was just so slow, it probably is going to end up trying to drift back up. But like I said, I'm pretty bullish on the dollar, and I'm still pretty bearish on this too. So for me personally, I'm not taking this long right here. I would prefer to either already be short from back here, or if it does go up again and do something like that, then I would go short again. Or on the other hand, if this move up makes an impulsive move and takes out structure, then that's what's going to turn me into a buyer and make it so I stop selling. But right now, I am for sure 100% only looking for shorts in a downtrend right now. If you trade below the 1 hour, like the 15-minute, 5-minute, 1-minute type time frames, obviously going long right now would be a good choice. We've been making higher highs, higher high, equal high. So obviously going long right now would be a good choice for more people, but for me, I trade a little bit of a longer time frame first of all, like the 2 to 4 hours. So for me, I am definitely not going long until I see proof that it's time to go long by seeing a break of structure to the upside. So the pound dollar, let's head down to the daily time frame. To me, this does not look like a trend that's over. This looks like an A, B, and I actually think it's a 1, 2, 3. I think we're in a wave 3 right now of C, which possibly could end at the 78, but it might even be more likely that it goes down to the 100% Fibonacci extension before we see that break of structure end of a trend and the continuation of the uptrend. So let's head down to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, like I keep saying about all these dollar pairs, no break of structure for my personal trading tells me that I am not going long yet. Break of structure, retest, I will be going long and loading the boat up. But we definitely have not seen that yet, so I definitely am, until I get a break of structure, looking for shorts in a downtrend on the shorter time frames. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, it still looks like an ABC correction to me. So I'm still having doubts about this move up even being a good trade. But if it does go up, if it does break structure, I will definitely stop selling and I will 100% stop buying. But I don't see that yet, so I see no reason to start buying right now. I mean, this move up very easily could be a fake out, and it very easily could go down, which to me still seems like a very likely possibility. So for me, I am always bearish until I see a break of structure to the upside, or I'm always bullish until I see a break of structure to the downside. So the Aussie dollar, let's head out up to the daily. One thing we have to remember about the Aussie and the Kiwi is that we have Chinese news on Saturday. Now, obviously the Forex market is closed on Saturday, but this Chinese news probably is going to affect the Aussie and the Kiwi pairs. So if you hold any Aussie Kiwi pairs over the weekend, definitely be aware that there's big Chinese news this weekend that will most likely affect the Aussie and the Kiwi and maybe even some of the other currencies. So be careful with that. If you enter a trade today, be careful holding on for too long. So anyways, on the daily, I mean, it definitely does look like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are at a Fibonacci level. Logically, you would think that this would go up and break structure and end this trend. But the market, I've seen this pattern many times, and I've seen the market do this and just keep on going down. So for me, I am for sure still looking for shorts in a downtrend. Hey, Fly Moon. Hey, Mark. Hello, Alfonso. You just told me your name the other day. It's Jimmy, right? Jimmy? Yeah, Jimmy 300. How's it going today? So anyways, on the 4-hour time frame, the Aussie to me, I mean, looks like the one that does really look like it wants to go up. I see a 5-way pattern. I see a break of structure. This is the one that does kind of convince me that that this could make a move to the upside. But I guess if it breaks this structure right here, then I would possibly start looking for buys then, if it breaks and holds above there. But for right now, I still am pretty bearish on this, even though I do think that there's a good chance that it will possibly go up. But for me, the last structure level is right here, which it has not been able to hold yet. So a break of that will turn me into a buyer. On the retest or the next pullback, I'll be ready to buy for sure. But right now, I am still a seller. I'm actually not trading this pair anyways right now, but if I saw a short, I would definitely take it. If I saw a break of structure and a hold above structure, I would definitely take that as a long opportunity. So the Kiwi is another one that really makes me think that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it makes me think that this is going to happen over the next week or so. And I do think it is very possible over the next week or so we will see a picture like this on the chart. But until I see a little more proof, does this one? Yeah, this one does have a little bit of a break of structure. So I think if I was looking for a counter trend trade, the Kiwi dollar might actually be one of my choices. It really still hasn't held above structure very well, but at least it's holding better than most of the other pairs. We definitely do have a break of structure, and it is holding above structure. So for me, if I see a pullback, I would consider going long on this one because I do have a break of structure. So I definitely would consider the Kiwi dollar as a long opportunity for sure. At least this one has broken structure and held above structure a little bit. So I mean, that gives it a little bit of bonus points for looking for counter trend trades. Even though in the back of my mind, if I did go long, I would still be looking at this as possibly a crutch into the downtrend, but it still may end up being a couple pretty good long opportunities before it actually does go down again. Or if this daily time frame is correct, like I said, I do believe in the next week or so, we may end up seeing this picture on the chart. So if I get a break of structure on the sort of time frames, and then this happens over the next week, and I'm looking for longs anyways, that's going to be like a bonus trade if I'm looking for longs and this happens. So, it's all about just going with the flow and following the structure. I mean, we do have a structure break on the 1 hour time frame. It is holding above. If I see some sort of a retest and then impulsive up, that would be the trade that I would start loading up on for sure. But like I said, be careful with the Aussie and the Kiwi because we have that Chinese CPI tomorrow. So definitely be careful with that. Hey, Quizzy, how's it going? Nice to see you. We had some wicked Canadian news today, or we had Canadian news today, but it moved the cat pairs very strong for at least a few. Well, let me get rid of this L. So this is a good little learning example here because we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shape. We have an impulsive move down. If this is the end of a trend, then this will go down and take out that structure, but I have no way of knowing that's the end of a trend. The break of structure I see on the sort of time frames only tells me that this wave is over. This move down could very easily turn into another correction and turn into another continuation of the uptrend. That's why you really have to ask yourself, what does this break of structure tell me right here? First of all, it's rejecting structure pretty sharply, so we're going to have to see how that turns out, but it is a pretty significant break of structure, so at this point, what I would probably do is I would probably get rid of this on the sort of time frames, and I would put this on here on the 1 hour time frame range, or the hourly time frame range, because it is a pretty significant break of structure, so I mean, we probably are going to get another move to the downside now. Let's see if I can get that right there. Change this to BOS. And I only want to see it on the hourly. So it is a pretty significant break of structure. So if we do get an opportunity to go short, it probably is a very valid trade. Yes, the daily time frame trend and up is the daily time frame and up. The trend is up, but on the sort of time frames with this break of structure, we definitely do have a little bit of a direction change, which probably will lead to either this or maybe even this. So, I mean, if you get a chance to go short, that's definitely a valid trade for sure. Pretty strong pullback, but I mean, that's pretty common, especially after a news event and after a break of structure. So if this does make some sort of a three-way move up, it makes a lower high. That's exactly what I would want to see to go short for the continuation of the downtrend, which is either going to do that, or it will possibly do something like this, make a structure bounce, make a Fibonacci bounce, make a structure break, and end up continuing the uptrend. So, one step at a time, we're going to have to look for a short and see if we can identify whether it's a 1, 2, 3, or identify whether it's a B, C, and then back up again. I always try to take the market one step at a time. So, the US dollar Swiss, boy, that thing is still going up. It looks like it wants to break out of this fib level. It kind of looks like it doesn't want to hold right here. It looks, especially with this big spike, it really looks like it wants to break out. Just keep on trending. I am definitely still looking for longs on this for sure. It looked like at the end of a correction today. I don't know. Let's see if it ends up holding out. So it looks like an A, B, C correction. Looks like the end of a correction. Looks like if it really is the end of a correction and this really is going to continue the trend, then it will take out this high. If this trend is over, then it could possibly make a lower high. So we'll have to see what happens. If it makes a lower high, then that's going to tell us this whole trend is over. So let's head down to the 1 hour time frame. That is actually a really good example of an ABC, I think. It's a nice little downtrend. There's an uptrend, a little ABC up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Break of structure. It looks like the end of a correction, and it looks like it's not over. I would definitely still be bullish on this until I saw, if I saw something like this, then that would change my mind. But I'm definitely still pretty bullish on this for sure. So yeah, definitely. Let's see, the US dollar yen still trending up pretty nicely. You almost got to go all the way up to the weekly to understand at least what I think is happening, because I think this is a 3, I think this is a 4, I think this is all a trend that is not even close to being over for wave 5 of wave C. I think we're going up to about the 157.5 area is where my target is on this. I can't even see what that says. Yeah, 157.5, 157.6 is my target on that. So now you go down to the daily, you see why I'm so bullish. Going down to the 4 hour. Look at this. Look what happened today. Let me zoom back in a little bit. So this might not have been today, but 1, 2, 3 waves down, break of structure, rejection of structure, and continuation of the uptrend. So that's pretty nice. Taking it down to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. This is actually what I was showing my group today, a really good example of what I think is maybe not. It kind of looks like a WXY. I mean, I don't know if it's a real good example, but it definitely isn't a bad example. It looks to me like a triple zigzag pattern, WXY, and then impulsive up, break of structure, end of a correction, continuation of the uptrend. You gotta watch out for those WXY patterns. They definitely do happen. Gold was moving nicely today, but now it's going back up. I personally am a huge believer. I'm on the weekly here, but I do believe that gold has ended a correction already. I think this is an ABC right to the 61.8 with an impulsive move up, corrective down, and I think we're going up to at least the $2,200 area on gold. I've been crying wolf on that for months though, so we'll see. I mean, I definitely still am pretty much in the same boat. Looks like a downtrend for the A, looks corrective for the B, looks like a downtrend for the C, looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 1, looks like a correction, probably a 2, it looks like it's a go up for a wave 3. Now there's always a possibility because of this lower high, that this could be a correction to this move down, and it could possibly just keep on going down, especially with the fact the dollar doesn't look like it's done going up. So I am definitely keeping that in mind, and like I said, right now, since we don't really have any proof that this is going up right now, I would think more that it's probably in a correction. I would be primarily looking for shorts on shorter time frames anyways. So going down to the sort of time frames, I mean, it looks like a wave A. It looks like we're in a wave B right now. It looks like it's going to go up, at least break this structure, then go down for a C, and then go back up. Or possibly, if this is like a 1 and this ends up being a 2, then it'll just go down for a big wave 3. So if we go short at the end of this wave B or the end of this wave 2, then we're going to learn whether it's a wave 3 or whether it's a wave C. We learn and earn at the same time. Going down to the 1 hour time frame. Definitely making higher highs, higher lows, huh? Higher high, higher high, higher high. Still going up. I think it's going to go up and break this structure right here, but I don't really like the fact that we really haven't broken any structure yet. I mean, this very easily could turn around and go down again, but it looks to me like we're in a wave B, which means it probably will at least go up to the 38, the 50, maybe the 61.8 before it actually does go down. Let's see, what level does this seem like has most resistance at? That one's not too bad. Yeah, that 61.8 has a lot of resistance in the past. This 38 really doesn't have a whole lot, and neither does the 50, so maybe the 61.8 is a really likely target for this to go. Seems pretty likely, huh? So, let's see. We looked at all the dollar pairs, so let's go check out these yen pairs. So, let's do that. Let's look at this yen basket. What happened with that? Look at that thing go, man. The yen basket has really been kind of screwing with people a little bit, but if you stick to the higher time frames, look at what you see. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. The higher time frames, like I always say, I mean, those are king over the sort of time frames. You really need to pay attention. It's probably just going to keep going down at this point. Going down to the 4-hour time frame, look what happened. It made a break of structure. But look, 1, 2, 3 waves up, break of structure, rejection of structure, and then bam. I think we're in a downtrend again. I hate to say it because I do know a lot of people sort the yen pairs, but the market kind of looks like it's going up again. Let's put our Fibonacci all the way down, see if that gets us under 78, yeah. It looks to me like the yen's going down again. Looks like it's going to continue to go down. So the euro yen, wow, the euro's cranking right now. I saw that the euro dollar was going up very strong too, so it's definitely the euro. Let me switch real quick and just look. Wonder why the euro's is moving so much all of a sudden. Wow, look at it. It's definitely the euro moving. Euro Swiss, euro yen, euro Aussie, euro Kiwi. I wonder why the euro's moving right now. Definitely it's the euro, definitely, 100%. Wow. That looks like the end of a correction to me. And look at the triple bottom we got right at the 23% fib. This is probably going to be a strong move to the upside by the looks of it. Yeah, I would say so. 1, 2, 3 bottoms. I think we're headed up. Definitely looking for longs in an uptrend for sure. So the pound yen. Yeah, the euro US is moving pretty good, but it's definitely the euro more than anything, because if I look at all the dollar pairs, the other dollar pairs are not moving. Gold is moving and the euro dollar is moving, but the rest of them are not really moving a whole lot yet. They probably will pick up. Maybe the euro's just a little bit of a leading pair right now, but we'll see. Pound yen, same thing. I mean, look how corrective this looks. This looks like it's going to just blow right past this 78% and just fly right up. Especially with all the people talking about the Bank of Japan is going to intervene. Oh my God. I don't think that's what the chart's telling us. 1-8. This right here is more of a traditional ABCDE also. This is what a real ABCDE is. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves up. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves up. 1, 2, 3 waves down. Traditional ABCDE should be a series of 3-wave patterns to a fib level and then a bounce, probably the continuation of the uptrend. So definitely looking for longs on the pound yen until proven otherwise, I guess. So we'll see. I mean, if I see any pullbacks, those are definitely the trades I'm looking for to go long for the continuation of the uptrend for sure. Aussie. I'm wondering about these Aussie Kiwi pairs this weekend. I think they could find some strength. I think the Aussie Kiwi might finally find some strength. The Kiwi's already going up pretty strong, and that was definitely the end of a correction. ABC down, impulsive up. Very nice correction right there. And the CAD yen made a very, very nice correction too. 1, 2, 3 waves down. Impulsive up. I would say that's the end of a correction. I think it's going to keep going. 1 hour time frame, it's an extremely good example of an ABC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A. B, C. B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave C. 1, 2, 3. Probably not even close to being over. So definitely looking for longs on that. And the Swiss yen also had a really, really good example of an ABC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC. That's an irregular ABC right there, because the wave C is just a little wave. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave C. The C is probably ending right there, and then 1, 2, probably going to kill. I'm definitely bullish until the yen basket tells me otherwise. We got a little bit of a bounce on the 78%, but boy, I don't know if I'd want to catch that knife right now. We'll see. So, pretty slow day. It was actually kind of a slow week in the long run. There really wasn't a whole lot of good news this week, and there was a lot of good news for the Canadian pairs. The Canadian pairs were definitely the pairs to trade this week, 100%. There was a lot of good news for the Canadian pairs this week. So, if anybody has any requests, put them in the chats, and I'll be more than happy to look at them for you. I don't have any chats for my Patreon today, so if anybody has any requests, put them in the chats on YouTube, or if you're a Patreon member, put your request in the private chats, and I'll make sure that I get to your questions. Hey, Ricky, yeah, let's go look at the usual here. Let's see. GDP, CPI next week for the dollar, unemployment rate for the Aussie, the euro has its bank statement next week, PPI for the dollar, core PPI. Yeah, we got a pretty good week next week, and then the week after is going to be the federal funds rate for the dollar, so that's going to be a pretty good one. Let's go finish off our usual set, which is oil, natural gas, Bitcoin, and S&P 500. Boy, oil has been screwing with people lately too, honestly. Let me get rid of this. I think oil whoops, god dang it, I moved it. Maybe set that back. There we go. I think oil needs to go up and hit this 89.5 area. I think that's what it's still looking to get that area. And on this time frame, it kind of, I guess I could see 5 waves right there, but it kind of looks like it's making like a 6 and a 7. Take it down to the daily. The 4 hour, I mean. This is a little bit of an odd pattern. As you go down to the 1 hour, you'll see what I mean, but it's almost like an irregular WXY because the wave Y made a higher low, but they definitely did respect to 61.8. Look at it on the 1 hour though. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's probably not done. I bet this is a little trap right here. I bet it's going to go up again. I think it's going to go up to that 89.5 area. I would definitely still be looking for longs, but oil has definitely been messing with people the last couple of days. It probably is a wave 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A, B, C of B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. It's still what I expect to see on the weekly. At 61.8, look at all the resistance up in here too. Yeah, oil was a little challenging. Look, those 5-wave corrections are tricky anyways. Because this right here to me would look like an entry. That right there definitely looks like an entry because it's 3 waves down, impulsive up at a fib level. But then it went up and made 3 waves down, made a double top. I guess that could have been a decent exit. And then it made another 1, 2, 3 waves down, which probably would have been another entry because of the 3 waves and the Fibonacci bounce again. And now, whether or not it's going to continue up, I guess is the question. Honestly, at this point, it definitely could go down again, but it seems like because of the pattern that we have, that it's more likely to go up. So we'll see. The euro is cranking up pretty hard. I think we're going to possibly have that break of structure today, which will tell me that it's time to start looking for longs again. Whoops, natural gas. Oh, now it's starting to look corrective on the downside too, man. I was gonna say that it kind of looks like this still could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I don't know. I've gone back and forth on this one because it looks like a complete 5-way pattern already. There we go. There's my label. 1, 2, 3. This is all a 4. This is a 5. I don't know. I don't know about that. Let's see what it looks like on the 4 hour. Boy, it made 3 waves down again, didn't it? I think oil and natural gas. I think oil and natural gas want to screw with people a little bit. I know, that's kind of what I'm thinking too after seeing this pattern. Look at it, we got a break of structure too. And it's trying to hold above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. Definitely looks like it's making an ABC, doesn't it? I was originally thinking this was going to turn into a 1, 2, 3 and make a big wave 5 on the weekly, but when you see something like this on a 4-hour time frame and up, we probably should believe it. And I can even see the subdivisions of the A and the subdivisions of the C. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Break of structure. And look, it's even trying to retest structure. That's the bread and butter trade right there if it does it. Retest structure. Maybe make like a double bounce or maybe overshoot it a little bit and then long for a big push up is what I would like to see. Those are the bread and butter trades right there. Those are like the safest trades you can get in most of the time. If that's what it does, at least. Looks like that's what it's trying to do. So yeah, I do see what you mean about the 3 waves, but it really hasn't even broken any structure down yet. So I mean, even this trend that started right here is not over yet. You got to go down probably to the 30 to really see it, but look at that. High, low, high, low, high. No break of structure. If this makes a higher low, it's probably just going to keep on going up. If it does go down and break this structure in a big way, it probably is an ABC and it might go back down. Don't forget to tune your time frames like it's a musical instrument. It's all about trying to figure out where are the trends. Where are the waves of the trends? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this makes a higher low, that's probably going to just keep going up. If it does break structure, then it probably is a wave C. On the 4-hour time frame, it doesn't look that corrective. Look at it on the 4-hour. That looks pretty impulsive with a break of structure too. Yeah, we'll get back to the dollar pairs again. We already went through them once, but we will do it again. Yeah, I'm not a 1-minute trader, so I'm definitely not going to help you on that one. 15 minutes is pretty good. It's pretty close. It's a little too much detail, but it's very close, Rocky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 30-minute, I think, is probably just a little bit better because it gets rid of some of that detail that we don't want to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully you see why I think the 30-minute is a little bit better than the 15. The 15 is definitely not horrible. And the reason why I think the 15 is not as good is because now I'm starting to see a trend within a trend. I'm starting to see a trend within a trend. I'm even starting to see a trend for the wave 1. I can even make out a trend right there for the wave 1. So I don't want to see all that. I want to see the trend on the 30-minute. And look at that. I think it's going up. Yeah, we can take a look at silver. No problem. For sure. We'll do that when we get back. So I think, Rocky, if you can learn to tune the time frames, like I don't know if you ever played a musical instrument or not, but tune the time frames like you're tuning a musical instrument, and you'll be golden. So let's go check out Bitcoin. Bitcoin has just been stalled out for a while now. So Bitcoin, yeah, we're going to get back to the dollar pairs. We'll check out the US dollar yen again. Bitcoin looks like a complete trend, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still think that we're in a wave C of wave B right now. A, B, C. 42,000 is my target on Bitcoin. Once it confirms that it's over, which it really hasn't done, and what will confirm it's over? A break of structure, and unfortunately, this is the break of structure that's going to confirm it. But you have to figure, if you get in around 28,000 and you ride that thing up to 40,000, then you're going to be pretty good shape. 28,000 to 42,000, that would be quite the trade. Going down to the shorter time frames, I mean, look at this. It looks like a trend. It looks like a correction. 1, 2. It looks like a trend. 3. It looks like a breakup structure. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like a trend, and this trend is over too. It looks like a complete pattern. Like it should and could take off to the upside over the next few days or so. Let me see if there's any requests. I see some people talking in my chats. No, it looks like the same. Oh, no problem. 1 hour time frame. Yeah, DXY is going down. Temporarily, but it's going down. It's good. That means I can start looking for shorts on the dollar. Once I get some confirmation. I don't really count a trend trade until I get confirmation, and sometimes I miss a wave 1, but you know what? I'm happy missing a wave 1. That is fine by me. Man, that looks very clear now. I don't think this move down is over. I think these are very clear patterns. Yeah, we're checking the S&P right now. I think this thing is extremely clear. 1, 2, 3. You can't really see the 3, 4, 5, but that's the only unclear part. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C of wave 4. 38%, 50%, bounce, breakup structure, go up again. Yeah, we're gonna check the dollar pairs again. We always check them first and last. I always start my live streams by looking at all the dollar pairs, including gold, and I usually end my live stream by looking at all the dollar pairs. So, anyways. Oh, nice. Thanks, buddy, for following me so long. I really appreciate the support. Hopefully you're on my Discord channel. If you're not, definitely check that out. I have a Discord channel that is 100% free to join. We have 4,200 and some odd members right now, so it's getting to be a very active community of traders. It's 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. And I'm also going to start doing, probably within the next couple of weeks, some exclusive live streams only on Discord. I'm probably going to stop live streaming on YouTube a little less and live streaming on Discord a little more, because YouTube doesn't really pay anything, and people should be privileged for joining my Discord channel by seeing my live streams. So definitely join my Discord channel for a chance of that. And if anybody is interested in joining my premium Patreon membership, it comes with a 35 video trading course. It comes with 7.5 hours of video content for educational purposes. Members forecast every single morning, and with a morning live stream that I do, 20-30 minute live stream every single morning. All the dollar pairs, including gold, I cover, and I cover all the yen pairs. Every single morning I do a live stream for all my members. And we also do 2 Zoom meetings a week on Tuesday and on Thursday where I teach my strategy. So if anybody's interested in that, the link for that is in the chat and in the description. But even if you're not, you can join my Discord channel 100% for free and stay a free member for as long as you like. So S&P 500 4 hour, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A, B, C, wave B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, what a clear pattern. Wave 1, A, B, C, wave 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 3. A, B, C, wave 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 5. A, B, C of C, and positive up, breakup structure, continuation of the uptrend. That's exactly what I would expect to happen on this over the next coming, probably weeks. Probably at least until the 20th, I would say. Yeah, I'm watching the euro dollar on my second screen on the 1 hour time frame. It's going out, but it still hasn't broken my structure yet, so I'm not too interested quite yet. There's definitely something going on with the euro today, though. The euro is going up pretty strong. We will get to the euro dollar, Lucy. We always do the same thing on every live stream. We start off with the dollar pairs, we end with the dollar pairs. So I looked at the S&P 500. I do think that this right here is a wave 2. Wave 1. Probably the best thing to do right now is actually to get rid of this Fibonacci on this time frame. Maybe put that on the 4 hour time frame and up. Then put your Fibonacci from here to here. Man, what a clear pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABC 2. Now, whether it's going to go to the 50, the 38, your guess would be as good as mine. ABC of 2. Oh, I'm sorry, I already messed up. That's supposed to be a 1. This is supposed to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 1. ABC of 2. And then down for a big old wave 3. So that's pretty good. Let me check out and see if there was any requests in the chats. If anybody does have a request outside the dollar, the yen pairs, or anything else that we've already looked at, let me know, because the dollar pair will probably be one of the last things I look at. So if anybody has anything that they would like me to look at outside the dollar, yen, and all the other pairs that we've already looked at, then definitely let me know. If not, then we'll go look at the dollar pairs, because the dollar is moving pretty good. Check Goldie says, people really want me to look at the dollar pairs. I just want to delay it a little bit longer. Yeah, it's going down. It could definitely still be an ABC though. Now that this is going down, and now that I saw this move up so corrective, like I was talking about at the beginning of my meeting, the move up was so corrective, I said that it probably is going to go down. But I also said, for me personally, on my own personal trading, that I will not be shorting the dollar until I get a really significant break of structure to the downside. So I don't really trade Asian session because I'm usually sleeping during it, to tell you the truth. I am in the UK time zone. I'm in GMT +1, so I don't really... Pound didn't break the structure that I'm looking for, but it did break a structure. We're going to go look at these, but that structure break that the pound just broke definitely doesn't really tell me any good information. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A, crutching up, wave B. This could definitely be a wave C, and it could definitely 100% make a higher low, and go up, which is why I am not selling the dollar, because if I see the dollar turn around and do that, I'm going to be a buyer. If I see the dollar go down and break structure, I'm going to turn into a seller. But I'm not really too concerned about trying to go short on this right now. Yeah, that was an ABC. I mean, it did go down and make a downtrend. It just made a higher low, which is definitely a good indication we got a little bit of a correction coming. But look at it on the higher time frames. I mean, it does not look like it's over. It might do this. Probably is going to do that until Wednesday, and then go down again on CPI, and then 2 weeks from now, during the interest rate, is when I think it's going to continue the uptrend. So I think between now and Wednesday, it's probably going to make a correction. On Wednesday, it'll go down. On the 20th of September, it'll go up, break structure. That's definitely my prediction. And it still has not even broken structure. Everybody's saying that the dollar's flying, but it's all relative to what time frame you're looking at. I'm sure if you're looking at the 5-minute, 1-minute time frame, then yeah, the dollar's flying like crazy. But 4-hour time frame, it just looks like a normal candle. It hasn't even broken structure yet. For me, the trend is 100% still down. Lower high, lower high, lower high. No break of structure. I'm definitely still shorting the market. Everybody else is going long. If this does this, I'm going to be a seller, and I'm just going to laugh my way to the bank. If it does this and breaks structure, then does this, and I'll be a buyer, and I'll laugh my way to the bank again. Yeah, we'll go look at silver. We're going to look at the yen, dollar yen. We're going to look at gold. We're going to look at everything on the list from here up. So I personally am still looking for sells on the euro dollar. Definitely, 100%. If it breaks structure, that will change my mind. But right now, 100%. Ooh, it did break a little bit, didn't it? I'm sorry, Vike. I'm sorry about that, Vijit, or whatever, Vijit. I didn't realize that it did break structure. You were right, it definitely did break structure. This one also, to me, doesn't look like it's over. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go back up. $1.79, holy mackerel. I think the euro is going out too, but 1.79. Wowzers. What is it? Oh, 1.079. I was going to say, wow, that's crazy. It could get there, but it's going to take a while. Yeah, 1.079 seems more likely. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, it could go to 1.7, and if it does, boy, I better transfer my dollars into euros right now, because that would be awful crazy. So yeah, let's see, the pound dollar. So far, it's rejecting structure. So I mean, if this turns around, I'm gonna go short, 100%, definitely. If it starts to close above structure, and then it comes down and retest structure, then I will be a buyer, and I'll be happy to buy. But right now, it hasn't proven to me that the downtrend is over. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. I don't consider a high broken until I see a hold above structure. It could 100% still go down. Don't get trapped in those traps. The market loves to trap people, so be careful. Now, Aussie and the Kiwi are the two pairs that I think that are possibly telling us a story that the dollar pairs could go up. That looks like a perfect trend. Like I said, it looks like in a week or two we're going to see this picture right here. Yeah, I did do Bitcoin analysis, sorry. So going down to the 4-hour time frame, I do think there's a good chance in the next week or so this will end up looking like that. And if it is breaking structure on the 1-hour time frame, I would turn into a buyer. It's getting pretty close. I'm not quite a buyer yet. I'm still a seller. You gotta be patient, and you gotta have a system, and you gotta stick to it, that's for sure. My system is I don't buy until the market tells me to buy. And the market definitely hasn't told me to buy yet. Look at that. This could easily turn back down, break structure, and just go down. Or if it goes up and then does this, I will buy, and I'll be happy to buy. The Kiwi is already broken structure, like I was talking about at the beginning of the meeting. If I was looking to buy a dollar pair, the Kiwi would probably be the one. Because look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Impulsive up, break of structure would tell me it's over, but we do see a break of structure on the lower time phase. Yeah, Mark, we want to do the opposite what everybody else is doing. When everybody else is scared and running away, that's when I want to buy or sell. The city that went bankrupt in the UK. No, I didn't hear that. I'm not from the UK, but we have a wicked lot of members in my group that are from the UK. I don't live in the UK, but boy, I'm not surprised. A lot of governments are doing pretty bad right now. Look at this on the Kiwi dollar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Break of structure. I'm a buyer on the Kiwi now. I still think that the Kiwi and the Aussie are probably going to look like this within the next week or so. I would be a buyer now, 100% looking for longs. Unless this is a trap. If it is, then I'll recognize it by seeing a break of structure, and then I'll go short. But I think there's a good chance within the next week or so we're going to see this high over here to get taken out. So take that as you will. US dollar CAD. Oh, it's held below structure. Somebody probably went short, because I was telling at the beginning of my meeting, if somebody goes short, there's probably going to be a decent move. Hey Josh, how's it going, buddy? No, there's no dollar news today. It's just dollar fluctuations. US dollar CAD also has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shape, and we are pretty much right on the 78%, but I still don't really see that it's over. But I do see a break of structure on this time frame. I thought the market was we need to buy high and sell low. This is a nice little uptrend here. Nice break of structure. This definitely could turn into an ABC correction and go up again, but this is the 4-hour time frame, so I would definitely be looking for shorts. And if it ends up doing this, then we're looking for shorts anyways. So I have a feeling some people are going to get trapped today. just looking at these dollar pairs and reading the chats in my group. I think some people are going to get trapped, unfortunately. Even this right here, I think, is getting ready to trap some people because people are already going short, and this thing's going to go up and make a correction. It's either going to be an A or 1. This is either going to be a B or a 2. And it's probably going to go down to one of these lower fib levels, either make a wave C or make a wave 3 with a break of structure and a continuation of the uptrend. So, just when the whole market is short, yeah. The whole market isn't short yet, Josh, that's for sure. I'm not short. I mean, I'm not long on the euro. Man, look at that. That still looks like a correction also. We are at a fib level, but I totally agree, Jimmy. If it rejects structure, me and you are going to be selling, and we're going to be laughing our way to the bank. And there's going to be so many people that are getting trapped that it's literally not even funny. So I'm definitely with you, Jimmy, 100%. If it rejects structure, I'm a seller. While everybody else is all excited about the dollar skyrocketing and doing everything else, I'm going to be selling. A, B, C, D, E, back up. Looks pretty possible to me. Even this right here to me looks like a correction. I think this is going to go up again. US dollar yen, where are you? Holy mackerel, we're to the US dollar yen, buddy. The US dollar yen. I'm going to zoom out a little, but yeah, that doesn't work. I'm going to have to go to the weekly. I think the US dollar yen is in a wave 5. I don't trade the short time frames. I take 90% of my trades on the 2 to 4 hour range, sometimes even the 6 hour range. I am a swing trader through and through. I hate watching my charts all day. The 6 hours a day I spend with my members forecast and these videos and stuff I do is plenty of chart time for me. I don't even really look at the 1 hour. For the most part, I don't even look at the 1 hour unless I'm analyzing the charts for somebody else. 2 hour time frame and up, life is easy. So I'm definitely pretty bullish on this, for sure. It looks like the end of a correction, buddy. 1, 2, 3 waves down. I think this is going up. Definitely looking for longs, for sure. Look at that. This is what I was saying looks like a WXY pattern. So otherwise, looks like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. W, X, Y. Looks like the end of a correction. Looks like it's going up. Yeah, no break of structure. No break of structure. I'm buying. Up she goes. I'm a buyer, 100%. Bull trap, I agree. Bull trap, I call bull trap for sure, 100%. I don't know about 100%, but definitely a pretty high percentage. Nothing is 100% when you're talking about the markets, that's for sure. So I definitely look at this on the 5 minutes. Look at it. 1, 2, 3 waves down. That looks like the end of a correction. I would definitely be trying to go long or be long on that for sure. And gold. Yeah, I think we might have a trap today. We'll see. So, it looks like a downtrend for wave A. It looks like a correction, but this looks like a trend though, so it's probably just a wave A. Kind of looks like it needs to go down, make a B, and then go back up, make a C, and then go down again. Something like that. So let's see, daily time frame. I'm still a really big believer that this is a big ABC correction and that this is a 1, 2, 3, and it's just going to keep on going. No, it's not holding, is it? A, B, C, and then back up is what I expect to see. It definitely could turn into a 1, 2, 3. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it definitely could turn into a 1, 2, 3. So 1 hour time frame. Looks pretty clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down again probably. ABC of 2 or ABC of B, and then down for a wave 3. So, let's see. If anybody hasn't done so already, definitely join my Discord channel. Like I said, it's 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. All 100% free. If anybody is interested in my trading course, my members forecast, or anything like that I offer, definitely check out my Patreon page. I normally live stream on Mondays, on Wednesdays, and on Fridays. I do my 2-hour Zoom meetings on Tuesday and on Thursday for my premium Patreon members. And I also do a 20 to 30-minute live stream every single morning at 9:15 a.m. for my Patreon members. And that membership also comes with a trading course, 35 videos, 7.5 hours of content. It comes with twice a week Zoom meeting. It comes with the members forecast every single morning, and a bunch of educational information. So definitely check that out if you're interested. It is Friday, and it's really only 10:30 in New York right now, so the New York session is definitely lively and going. And I will talk to everybody on Monday at my next live stream. So as always, I hope everybody has a good day, and happy trading as always.